Brewster's Real Ice Cream features fresh homemade ice cream made right in our store each day. Offering 150 different flavors rotated daily, we offer a full line of vegan ice cream made with oat milk and no sugar added fat-free options. We also offer Italian ices, sherbets, and fresh fruit sorbets. There is something for everyone. Enjoy your delicious treat with a fresh baked waffle cone, located in the Lowe's parking lot next to Zaxby's in Hendersonville. That's Sumner County Sports Show. Hope you're doing good today. I am doing fantastic. Of course, it is Wednesday, November 16th, right at 12:30 on the dot. So you know where you need to be for the next 30 minutes right here as we bring you the latest from Sumner County in this beautiful studio, looking outside on this kind of dreary day a little bit. But you know what? Hopefully the weather will get a little bit better as we move along this week. Of course, this is the Sumner County Sports Show powered by Brewster's Real Ice Cream of Hendersonville. If you're looking for that fresh treat, look no further than Brewster's Real Ice Cream. They feature fresh homemade ice cream, never defrozen, 150 flavors rotated daily. They have fresh baked waffle cones. They even have vegan ice cream that is made with oat milk, including 14 different flavors. You see the address right there on your screen. You see the QR code. They're still waiting to open up. They've had some delays by the city of Hendersonville, but as soon as they open, we will be sure to let you know as well. And I know that they are also taking applications. If you want to work there, if you're a student in high school in Sumner County and you want to work at Brewster's, want to make some quick bucks, go on over to their website and fill out the employment form. They'd be happy to potentially hire you for to be their server over at Brewster's Real Ice Cream at 350 East Main Street. Okay, Justin, we don't have a big show planned for you guys today. Kind of wrench thrown into the schedule just a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. We're if nothing else, Justin, we are flexible here at Main Street Media Television here in Nashville, Tennessee. So today, I want to spend a lot of today talking about what I wasn't able to talk about last week, which was the new districts and realignments, new regions here in Sumner County. If you haven't had a chance yet to head on over to mainstreetpreps.com to check out my story, it's titled Sumner County TSSAA announces initial district and region pairings for the 2023-2024 season. So there's a lot to get into, Justin. There were many different changes across the county from, first year school Liberty Creek, finally getting into a district and region. Several 6A teams from football dropping down, Station Camp dropping down in classification due to their enrollment numbers. So there was a lot to get into. And if you missed any of my enrollment number issues, you can, again, head on over to mainstreetpreps.com. Sumner County TSSAA announces classifications for the 2023-2025 cycle. There's a lot to get into, but inside the enrollment numbers, essentially, Gallatin, your biggest school in Sumner County with 1,669 students. Hendersonville just after that with 1,534. Beach, 1,482. Portland, 1,192. Station Camp, just over 1,100 at 1,107. And then everyone else under 1,000 with White House at 818. Liberty Creek, 582. Pope Prep, 521. Westmoreland, 504. And, of course, Merrill Hyde at 235. And if you're wondering how the football classifications broke up, Class 6A, anything higher than 1,550, you're in Class 6A, which features 49 teams. Class 5A was up to 1,549 students from I have 122 written, but that's not correct. But there were 49 schools in Class 5A and then down the list as well. But here in Sumner County, so let's talk about basketball, baseball, and softball. Basketball season right around the corner, so I feel like it's relevant. Right here in Sumner County, we had Merrill Hyde placed in Region 4, District 8. They are with East Robertson, Joe Burns, Knowledge Academy, Leeds Southeast High School out of Nashville, and they will match up with District 7, which is your Clark Range, Clay County, Gordonsville, Pickett County, and Red Bowling Springs. Let me just say right now, that is a tough region to match up with if you're Merrill Hyde. Listen, that's a district that you can win with East Robertson, Joe Burns, Knowledge Academies, and Leeds Southeast High School, but if you get into the region tournament, you got to match up with the Clark Ranges of the world, the Clay Counties of the world. That's going to be tough. But nevertheless, that's the district and region that Merrill Hyde is in. And then Liberty Creek, they're in Class 2A in basketball, softball, and baseball. District 6, they've got a pretty good district, if you ask me. It's Liberty Creek, Trousdale County, Westmoreland, and White House Heritage. They, of course, match up with District 5, Region 3 in Class 2A, which is Watertown, Smith County, Monterey, Jackson County, and Alvin C. York Institute. I'm going to go ahead and say this right now. Westmoreland and Liberty Creek both stand a great chance, Justin. They stand a great chance to get not only through their district, they stand a great chance to get through the region to the sectional tournament. Of course, once you get to the sectional tournament, all you've got to do is win one game, and you are in the Glass House. Speaking of the Glass House, we'll get to our teams that participated in the state tournament a little bit later. Going to talk about Westmoreland girls first. They graduated a ton, including Elena Eckel off of last year's team, a team that went to the Glass House, had 20-plus wins, I believe 25 wins on the season. They bring back a nice senior class this year, a lot of experience. So, again, that district that they're in is very winnable, and I think that they stand a good chance to potentially get back to the Glass House this year in the 2022-2023 season. Other Sumner County teams, Portland, Station Camp, and White House, they will be competing in District 9, 3A, Region 5. They are with Macon County and Greenbrier. That's going to be a really competitive district in baseball, softball, and basketball. And I'm really looking forward to how those teams compete on the gridiron, on the hardwood this season. Moving over to District 10, staying in Class 3A, you've got the region that they match up with, which is Glencliff, Hume-Fogg, James Lawson, a new school in Nashville, Tennessee, Maplewood, MLK, and Valor College Prep. Running down the list, you've got District 12, Class 4A. This is your big schools. You've got Beach, Gallatin, Green Hill, Hendersonville, and Mount Juliet. That right there is almost your old District 9 3A before they went to new classifications and broke everybody up, split everybody up. District 11, the region that they match up with, Region 6 is Antioch, Cane Ridge, Hillsboro, Hunters Lane, John Overton, and McGavick. And then, of course, Pope Prep making headlines, dropping down to AA from 3A in Division 2. They, Division 2 middle, are with much of the same because basketball, baseball, and softball, they are only two classifications in those respective sports. So in that classification, you got Brentwood Academy, CPA, Innsworth, Father Ryan, Lipscomb Academy, MBA, and Pope Prep. And then on the girls' side, girls-only schools, you've got Harpeth Hall School and St. Cecilia. So that right there is going to be a competitive district and region starting soon. Listen, basketball season pretty much kicks off tonight. We've got several teams tipping off tonight here in Sumner County. Let me just run down the list. Station Camp on the road at Wilson Central. Portland on the road at East Robertson. Merrill Hyde at Valor College Prep. And then our home games, White House versus Murfreesboro Lacrosse. And then Liberty Creek, they host Forest High School tonight in their new gym. A lot of teams tip off Thursday and this weekend. Gallatin, Hendersonville, Beach, Portland, Westmoreland, they tip off Thursday night. Pope Prep tips off Saturday. No, Beach tips off Saturday, and Pope Prep tips off Thursday. So you've got Gallatin, Pope Prep, Hendersonville, Westmoreland, and Portland tipping off Thursday, and Beach tipping off on Friday. Okay. Cross country is a long list. I'm not going to go down all the lists, but it's basically split up between A, AA, and you can again check that out. AAA, 3A, check that out on MainStreetPreps.com. Pope Prep, of course, being in the middle, and then golf, tennis regions. Westmoreland, you're in the district with Watertown, Smith County, Red Bowling Springs, Gordonsville, and Cannon County, and then also Sumner County Schools, Merrill Hyde, and that's just White House Heritage, not White House, but Merrill Hyde, you're in District 9, Region 5, Class A. Beach, Gallatin, Green Hill, Greenbrier, Hendersonville, Lebanon, Macon County, Mount Juliet, Portland, Station Camp, White House, and Wilson Central. You're in that District 9 AA class, so that's going to be super competitive as well. Okay, Justin, I have rambled for a long time. I've rambled for, close to 10 minutes now. Let's do this. I've gone over basketball, baseball, and softball. Let's take a break, but when we do, we'll get into football, the meat of the show, if you will, and then after that, we'll do Player of the Week, and then we'll close out the show. Does that sound good? Sounds good. You don't have a mic today. Sorry, he left his mic. We recorded Mornings on Main Street this morning and had a mic for him there, but didn't have a mic. That's okay, Justin. You got to put it on. No worries. So let's jump to a quick break, but when we do, we'll get into football, district, and regions. Don't go anywhere. This is the Sumner County Sports Show, powered by Main Street Media Television. Brewster's Real Ice Cream features fresh homemade ice cream made right in our store each day. Offering 150 different flavors rotated daily, we offer a full line of vegan ice cream made with oat milk and no sugar added fat-free options. We also offer Italian ices, sherbets, and fresh fruit sorbets. There is something for everyone. Enjoy your delicious treat with a fresh baked waffle cone located in the Lowe's parking lot next to Zaxby's in Hendersonville.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
You really good try.
There aren't any cops around. Didn't think there were any cops around.
I drink and drive all the time.
Sir, you've been in a serious crash. I need you to hang on, okay? Tell me your name, sir. Where you are right now?
It was just a few drinks. I'm good. I thought it was good.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal. It was no big deal.
Hey, I can hold my liquor.
I thought I could hold my liquor.
You know, Justin, I love that beat that we come back to. That's pretty nice. Get you in the mood, get you rolling. But we might have to add some others. Because I was thinking about it. I was like, man, this beat is getting me hyped right now. And I was thinking, what else gets me hyped? I think Katy Perry's Roar gets you hyped. The one that we have on Mornings on Main Street with Kelsey Ballerina. And the bones are good. That one. Yeah, that's a good one too. But you know what? Hey, great way to bring us in. Okay, Justin, I told you before we would go to the break that we would talk about the sport that grabs pretty much everybody's attention, which is football. No disrespect to the other sports, but football is kind of king, especially here in the South, in God's country is what I like to call it. So let's do just that. Starting with Class 2A, Region 3. This is going to be a good one, and it's going to be tough. So Westmoreland is staying in 2A, and they are staying with Trousdale County. They're staying with East Robertson, but they're adding Alvin C. York Institute out of Jamestown, Jackson County out of Gainsboro, Monterey, and Smith County. Smith County was a 4A team this year, Justin, and they're dropping down to 2A. So how they don't win this region, this district for the next couple of years, it's probably beyond me if they don't. I think they will. They'll be in a prime position to do that. Region 5, Class 3A, moving up. Liberty Creek. You want to talk about a gift, Justin. Liberty Creek was handed a gift in football. No disrespect to the teams that they are in a region with. East Nashville, really good. They're in the playoffs, quarterfinals. They played for a state title last year, Justin, so they're a really good team. The other teams you wonder about. Maplewood, not, kind of struggling. Republic, is going to make the playoffs in year one. Not only are they going to make the playoffs, they might even make a run to the quarterfinals. And so they are set up to have great success early. They opened up their doors this year for year one. They weren't eligible for the playoffs this year. They weren't in a district region. Next year, they're going to be eligible, and they are in prime position. Not only are they in a prime position to make the playoffs, Justin, but the region that they match up with, no disrespect, is kind of a snoozer. You've got Cheatham County, Fairview, which is a really good team, Stewart County, Sycamore, and White House Heritage. Those are teams that not great, didn't have great seasons this year, Justin. Outside of Fairview and East Nashville, Liberty Creek may be the third best team out of that group. Out of that group of 8 or 9 or whatever it may be, 5, 5 and 5, so out of 10. They may be the third best team in their second year, Justin. That right there is the definition of being set up for success by the TSSAA. Justin, moving on to Class 4A, Region 5. This right here is where it gets very interesting because this is a region that can go either way. It's a huge region, Justin. You've got 8 teams in this region. You've got Creekwood out of Charlotte, Tennessee. You've got Greenbrier out of Greenbrier. Marshall County out of Lewisburg. Montgomery Central out of Cunningham. Pearl Cone out of Nashville. Station Camp out of Gallatin. White House out of White House. And Whites Creek out of Nashville. That region is so spread out. You're going all the way to Charlotte, north to Greenbrier, south to Lewisburg. east to Cunningham, northeast to Cunningham to Nashville, west or east to Gallatin, White House, Whites Creek. I mean, that is spread out all over Middle Tennessee, Justin. And so that right there, the road games are going to be tough. Think about trying to think of the team, Station Camp, as far east as Gallatin, going to Marshall County, Lewisburg, Tennessee. That is a haul. That is a drive. Even to Charlotte is a long way. But the region that they match up with is pretty winnable. You've got Chester County out of Hendersonville, Hardin County out of Savannah. Shout out to Hardin County. Shout out to the Tigers, where my dad is from. Jackson North Side, Jackson South Side, Lexington High, and South Gibson County. So a region that is manageable. If you can get through that 8-team gauntlet, I think you can get through Region 6 as well. Justin, moving on to Class 5A, Region 7. I call this the region of death, Justin. You've got Henry County, who is currently Class 5A. You've got Springfield and Portland. They're already in the same region. You add Hunters Lane, but then you add 2 6A teams in Beach and Hendersonville. No disrespect to Portland and Hunters Lane, but you might as well go ahead and start making plans for Thanksgiving, because I don't think you're getting deep into the playoffs. And I'm really not trying to be mean there, but you add Beach, Hendersonville, already have Henry County and Springfield. I mean, those are your 4 playoff teams year in and year out, and I don't think much changes. And then the region they match up with, Region 8, Brighton, Kingsbury, Memphis Central, Munford, Overton out of Memphis, not John Overton out of Nashville, and Southwind. I think we have seen this year that region, Memphis region, is not that great compared to Middle Tennessee football. So I think the region 7-5A, all 4 of those teams could end up advancing to the quarterfinals. And then Region 4, Class 6A, Sumner County, the only Sumner County team in Class 6A. You've got Gallatin High School. They are moving into a region with Cookeville, Green Hill, Lebanon, Mount Juliet, and Wilson Central. The good thing about this, Justin, is they get to take Mount Juliet and Lebanon in 2 historic rivals between the 2 schools, and they get to keep them as districts. So I wondered, because you have to play Beach, you got to play Hendersonville, and you got to play Station Camp out of Sumner County. So it's like, if they would have put Gallatin with the Clarksville schools, I don't know how they would have been able to keep some of their – they would have had to cut somebody loose. But because they get to keep Mount Juliet and Lebanon as a district game now it really frees up your non-conference schedule. So you feel good with Gallatin being able to play Station Camp and Station Camp, Beach, and Hendersonville next year. Maybe you get a Portland in there. Maybe you get a Pope Prep in there. Maybe, Westmoreland or somebody like that. But Gallatin, Cookeville, Green Hill, Lebanon, Mount Juliet, Wilson Central, that should be a pretty dandy region. And then the one they match up with, going to be brutal. I mean, they're not getting past the second round because it's Blackman, Coffee County, Oakland, Riverdale, Rockville, Siegel, and Warren County. As I mentioned earlier, Pope Prep dropping down from Class 3A to AA. That is a huge move for them, and one that I think they are going to gratefully enjoy. They now are in a region with Battleground Academy, CPA, Davidson Academy, Franklin Road Academy, Good Pasture Christian School, and then the Webb School. So it's the region of acronyms, Justin. You've got BGA, CPA, DA, FRA, GCS, PGP2, and the Webb School. Justin, do you know what the Webb School's mascot is? What? The feet. The feet. They have a foot. They have a foot as their mascot, ripping off of North Carolina. But I think that's a football region that they can win. And honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing them play their old football coach, Justin Geisinger, at Franklin Road Academy. Okay, Justin, that does it for the Sumner County districts and regions in Sumner County. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to do Player of the Week and close out this show for the week. Does that sound good? Don't go anywhere. This is the Sumner County Sports Show powered by Brewster's Real Ice Cream.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
It was just a few cocktails at happy hour.
You really good drive.
There aren't any cops around. Didn't think there were any cops around.
I drink and drive all the time.
Sir, you've been in a serious crash. I need you to hang on, okay? Cover your name, sir. You all right?
Brewster's Real Ice Cream features fresh homemade ice cream made right in our store each day.
Offering 150 different flavors rotated daily, we offer a full line of vegan ice cream made with oat milk and no sugar added fat-free options. We also offer Italian ices, sherbets, and fresh fruit sorbets. There is something for everyone. Enjoy your delicious treat with a fresh baked waffle cone located in the Lowe's parking lot next to Zaxby's in Hendersonville.
It was just a few drinks. I'm good. I thought it was good.
After every game, we always have a few. It's no big deal. It was no big deal.
Hey, I can hold my liquor.
I thought I could hold my liquor.
Welcome back. This is the Sumner County Sports Show powered by Brewster's Real Ice Cream. Fresh homemade ice cream, never deep frozen, 150 flavors rotated daily, fresh baked waffle cones. And of course, if you're a vegan, they have options for you too. Made with oat milk, 14 flavors. They have vegan ice cream. Listen, they also offer Italian ices, sherbets, and fresh fruit sorbets. There is something for everyone. Enjoy your delicious treat with a fresh waffle cone located in the Lowe's parking lot next to Zaxby's in Hendersonville. Stop by and get you a scoop above the rest from a brand that continues to set high standards, and tell them Womble sent you. Okay, we're going to close out the show real fast with doing a little bit of Player of the Week talk. But first, before we do that, sorry, Justin, my bad. I haven't even made the announcement, but if you haven't seen it, Russell Venozzi put a story up on MainStreetPreps.com highlighting Pope Prep quarterback Kenny Minchey decommitting from the University of Pittsburgh. I believe 247 Sports had reported that he recently made a trip to Notre Dame this past weekend. So, if the Irish come calling, it's really hard to turn that down. That, Pope Prep, of course, had sent Golden Tate to Notre Dame, and maybe Pope Prep sends another one. He said he put out a graphic on Twitter that said, "I want to thank Coach Narduzzi, Coach Signetti, Coach DiBiaso, and the rest of the coaching staff at Pitt for believing in me and providing me with an opportunity to play college football. After prayer and conversation with my family, I've decided to decommit from the University of Pittsburgh. Thank you to everyone who has helped me and supported me through this hard decision." Listen, Kenny Minchey can go to college wherever he wants to go. I mean, he's a 4-star quarterback for a reason. That boy can spin it, man. He really can. He looks good throwing a football. That football looks good coming out of his hand. Nice tight spiral. Of course, he's got good wide receivers on the outside. So whoever lands Kenny Minchey is going to be very happy that they did so. Okay, Justin, you can put up the graphic now. Going to our Player of the Week, you can also vote for Darius Johnson, as you see right here, Beach Senior, on MainStreetPreps.com, our Main Street Prep Sumner County Player of the Week nominee. He's up with several different nominees as well. Again, head on over to MainStreetPreps.com to vote for him. But Darius Johnson, he ended the 24-21 Class 6A second-round win over Smyrna with 14 carries for 238 yards and 3 touchdowns. He also added 5 tackles on defense, Justin. Yeah, it is wild. But really the cool thing, he had a great game. And but the cool thing, a little bit of a surprise. So, Friday was Veterans Day, of course, Justin, the day that they played their game. And Darius got surprised, and he got maybe the best surprise that you could get if one of your family members is in the armed service. So before the game, his mother, Staff Sergeant Tamika Johnson, returned from her deployment in Kuwait in time to see her son play. And he said, "It's great to have her back. I hadn't seen her in 9 months. 9 months, hadn't seen his mom." And she showed up and he showed out. And I wish I would have sent you the picture of it because it's just such a great photo of him and his mom, and I believe his sister with him. But again, it's on MainStreetPreps.com. I encourage you to go check that out. And, for me, that's the best thing that happened this week, Justin. And, our staff, well, I say our staff, Tyler Palmatier, who is on the Main Street Prep staff, does a hash marks column each and every week. And he has several different subcategories in that column, but one of the subcategories every week is all the fields. And so I went ahead and submitted that to him for that being all the fields this week, just because I don't think you can get much better than that, Justin. Yeah, so that was really cool, and congratulations to Johnson on leading his team, and he's really been the bell cow for that Beach offense the second half of the season and in this postseason run, and deserves a lot of credit for their success. But so does the offensive line, so does players like JP Cornett. I don't want to leave anybody out, but Darius Johnson, when you rush for 238 yards on 14 carries and 3 touchdowns, that's something to highlight, Justin. All right, man, that will do it for today's episode. We're going to end a little early, but that's okay. It's okay, Justin. We're gonna end today's show a little bit early, but we couldn't do this show without our good friends over at Brewster's Real Ice Cream. I want to remind you about them one more time. Fresh homemade ice cream, never deep frozen, 150 flavors, rotated daily. If you're a vegan, they have options for you because they have ice cream made with oat milk. They have 14 different flavors. You can enjoy a fresh baked waffle cone. They are located in Lowe's parking lot next to Zaxby's in Hendersonville. Stop by for a delicious treat today. From a scoop above the rest, from a brand that continues to set high standards. I'm Zach Womble. This is the Sumner County Sports Show. We will see you next week.